Hey, how's it going? Today, you and I are going to be trying to make the perfect vanilla soft serve ice cream in a Gourmia Slushie machine. How the heck did we do that? Watch this video and find out. So you ready? Let's get into this. Okay, for this recipe, we're going to need whole milk, heavy cream, granulated sugar, egg yolks, vanilla extract, guar gum, and a tiny bit of kappa carrageenan powder. If you'd like to make this recipe, all the ingredients and measurements are down in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. First, we're going to take a medium-sized mixing bowl, and we're going to throw in our egg yolks. Now, normally when you're making soft serve ice cream, if you're doing eggs in it, you're doing the whole egg, not just the egg yolks. And that's because the whites are going to give it a more fluffy texture. But when we're dealing with doing it in a slushy machine, it kind of goes out the window a little bit, and you're going to end up making it too light, and then you won't have any density in your ice cream. I'll be going over quite a few things in here that made it really difficult to get this done. And a lot of them really sort of contradict the way you would think you would be doing this. So we're gonna whisk this until it starts looking nice and bright yellow, and it looks nice and smooth as well. That should take about a minute or so. Okay, once you get done, it's gonna look kind of like that. You can see it's a little bit brighter. And now we're going to take a smaller bowl, pour in our sugar, our guar gum, and our kappa carrageenan powder, and we'll give these a quick mix to get them combined. You don't have to do this part, but if you don't, you could end up with little bits sticking together whenever we heat this. And we're going to try to keep it as smooth as we can. Now, a lot of people know to use gums to thicken up your mixture, but we've also added the kappa carrageenan powder, which is something that you normally see in flan, but you also see it in stuff like eggnog. And that was a tip that I got, that this might work in a slushy machine, because when I was having trouble figuring this recipe out, eggnog was the one thing that I was able to get to freeze nice and hard, so it turned out that that was our special ingredient. You don't have to use it, but if you don't, you're gonna end up with a much lighter texture. All right, so we're going to whisk in our sugar combination. You just do it a little bit at a time. We want to get this combined really well. You could just dump it all in there at once if you want to, but that will tend to make it a little bit more difficult. And we're all about keeping things easy here. And really, we don't have to do anything crazy with this. We just want to get it mixed in together, and we want to let it look at least somewhat smooth. Once you got it like that, then we can throw in our vanilla extract, our whole milk, and last but not least, our heavy cream. Normally with soft serve ice cream, you're going with a mixture that's tilted more towards the heavy cream side and less on the milk side. In this case, we're doing the exact opposite. Now, all we gotta do is just whisk this for a second, just to get it combined. You'll be able to tell because if you scrape your whisk along the bottom of the bowl, you won't be running over a whole bunch of undissolved sugar or anything. Okay, now we're gonna turn on our cooktop. We're gonna set our temperature to medium low. I'm using induction and I'm just setting mine at level 3. And we're gonna pour in our mix. For this part, an instant read thermometer like this is really helpful. We want to take our mix and get it up to about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. There's 2 reasons for this. First, we need to get it to about 165 degrees Fahrenheit because we are using raw eggs. What? And since I'm not using pasteurized eggs, we need to get that mix up to a temperature where we can kill that bacteria, just to be safe so we don't get ourselves sick. Second, the carrageenan powder is activated with heat, so we need to get the temperature up in order to get it to thicken our mixture as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this heat, and once it reaches 165 degrees, we're gonna pull it off and let it cool back down to room temperature again. Just be sure to give this a quick stir every once in a while, just to make sure we don't have anything burning at the bottom or sticking to the pan. And be sure to check your temperature on a pretty regular basis. This process should only take you a few minutes. Okay, once we've reached our target temperature, we can turn this off. And we're gonna pour our mix back into a nice mixing bowl. Make sure you don't have any little bits hanging around down here either. If you did a good job stirring it, you'll see that we don't have anything stuck down there. That's a good thing. And now we're gonna put this into the refrigerator and let it cool down for about a half hour. You can cover this if you really want to, but keep in mind if you do that, it's gonna cool down a lot slower too. I would just recommend leaving it uncovered if you wanna make your ice cream right away. But if it's gonna be like tomorrow or something when you make it, then cover it up, don't worry about it.
2,000 years later.
I let mine cool in the refrigerator for about an hour or so. And now we're ready to make some ice cream. You can see that it's a little bit jelly on top, but we're gonna fix that first. Obviously, we don't wanna put this into the ice cream machine with that film on top there. So you can either scrape it off or you can just mix up your mix really good here. If you let this sit overnight, it's gonna get a lot thicker and chunkier. And in that case, you just have to stir it just like this again. And if it's still chunky, you can take a little bit more milk, put that in, and stir it in here until you get some pretty smooth consistency. Once it's like this, then we're ready to make our ice cream. You'll be able to tell because if you put a spoon in here and pull it back out, it should coat both sides of that spoon nice and thick like this. And it does, so we're ready. Okay, here's our Gourmia ice cream and frozen drink machine. This is a slushy machine, but it does get cold enough to be able to deal with a little bit of ice cream as well, as long as you're just doing soft serve. There's a few different machines on the market that I know will do this pretty decent. This one does it the best as far as what I've seen, but the ones from Green Pan, Abuki, and High Cozy all do a pretty good job too. Okay, so we're gonna start our machine up, put it on soft serve ice cream, and then we're gonna flip this open and start putting in our ice cream mix. On this machine, it all goes into a little hole, so you wanna make sure you're not filling it up too fast, otherwise it's gonna start getting stuck. Then all we gotta do is wait. This will take about 40 minutes in this machine. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Okay, our ice cream's done, took about 37 minutes. We're gonna serve this up and just remember that it's gonna be coming out of this machine really slow. That soft serve came out absolutely perfect. And it better have, because I can't tell you how many gallons of milk I wasted trying to make this. You could still try to make this in slushy machines that I haven't mentioned, but the results may vary. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Gourmia ice cream and frozen drink maker that we used in this video, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay, 1 cent. In case you haven't noticed, I now have the Joe's Phenomenal merch store online. You can see a few of the products I have available down below the video window, and if you go into Spread Shop from down there, you can see all the rest. I also have a link to the store down in the video description. All proceeds from the store go right back into the YouTube channel to try to make it just a little bit better experience for you. If you like this video, then I bet you'll like this playlist right here, which includes all of the frozen treats that I've made on the channel. If you pop in there, I bet you're gonna find something that you really like. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. And until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.